Here we go, brand new podcast. Nate, let's kick it off in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the Nixon and Nate podcast.
We're back again.
How's everyone doing?
Anybody catching feels, getting angry that this podcast is 2 weeks late?
Actually, someone sent us a message going, there are other podcasts. We won't miss you. I was like, fuck off. Dude.
Let me put my phone on do not disturb.
Oh, actually, I should do the same. Unprofessional.
You
been well, though?
Yeah, no, I've been trying my best. I was just telling Nate, Bossman Louis, bro, I went to go get a heart checkup the other week, bro.
How's the heart?
So I'm 39, turning 40 this year. I've got the heart of a 48-year-old.
Damn. Is that the stress?
Stress, early mornings, lack of sleep.
Co-host.
Energy drinks.
Yeah, co-host, energy drinks.
I was just joking.
There's so many factors, bro. So many factors. So yeah, I've got to go and work on that. Bro, have you noticed that as soon as you get old, it's just one problem after the other?
Bro.
You know, you think you got your life under control, and it's like by this age we should have figured it out. But yeah, something else creeps in.
That's why when I'm doom scrolling on Instagram and you see all these travel influencers, I'm like, man, I'm just going to go do that.
You can't travel. Oh, yeah. But how you been? You been good?
Yeah, I've been good. Yeah, the boys from the Bets in That podcast keep me young, man. So that's a lot of fun.
God, that podcast is so good, man.
Hey, man, congrats to your Storm just beating, who did they play? I know they lost last week to the Dolphins. That was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Did we
the
play
Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs. Sorry, Rabbitohs, yeah.
And the Broncos beat the number one team in the competition.
That was a big game too.
Yeah. Anyway, this is not a sports podcast. But
can I just say something off the back of that?
Yeah.
Because over the 2 week break that we've had, we missed last week's podcast because it was a holiday.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people message me. Out of context, there was a video from Bets and that went up on social. And you're wearing a Warriors jersey. And out of context, people are like, what alternate universe is this?
I just lost a bet, man. You know what
you
I'm like.
You look so proud to wear it. And I was like, who is this guy?
Sometimes I forgot what I was wearing. And I was so happy just to hang out and talk shit with the boys. And then I'll catch a glimpse and I'll be like, oh. But again, like we both say, we got nothing against the players. We love those boys that, get your money, play the game that you love. It's just Warriors fans. And if you're a Warriors fan watching this, please. Take the offense. Because, fuck, man, you guys are annoying.
RTS is one of the main reasons why I went back to my FM.
Hey, what happened? How did that work?
I've never told you that story.
No?
Oh, so I was real conflicted about going back after my little stint at the Edge. I was real conflicted about it because I was like, it looks like I failed. I'm going back home. That sort of feeling.
Yeah.
Anyway, some reason we got caught up in a chat. I saw him at the airport. We're at the airport and was just sitting in the lounge, and I said to him, I was like, can you just tell me your mental process of what it was like when you decided to go back to the Warriors after the Blues and the All Blacks?
Yeah.
What was it like going back to the Warriors? And he gave me this whole mindset of what he was going through and what player he was going to go back as. And he said, you don't go back to be like the captain. You don't go back to be, the star player that was sidestepping everybody. You go back to, support the boys, go back, support your team and play your role the best way you know how by supporting each other. So he went back in that. And so that was my mentality going back to Myers. I don't try and come back and be the man. Come back as a support player and help the other players up.
So between that chat and you coming back, how come you didn't listen to the advice? You just came back and wanted to be the man.
Well, I came back. I listened to half of it. But he was so wise, bro. And it's so crazy taking wise advice from a guy who's 10 years your junior.
You didn't even think he's young. He's young, but because of his wisdom, bro.
Wisdom and achievements.
And maturity.
But yeah, no, so if you don't like me back at you can blame Roger. If you love the fact that I'm back at give praise to Roger. Because he was the guy that basically said, yeah, go.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's genuinely, that whole Tuivasa-Sheck family, lovely people.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
Yesterday or the day before, we put up on our Instagram that we're going to give you a session to ask us anything. Get it off your chest, get it out the way.
A Q&A, some would say.
Yeah. And basically, we did that because maybe we're just too fucking lazy to kind of prep the show. So, just ask us a question. So, Bossman Louis got all those questions. And I said to Bossman Louis, I said, nothing's off the table. We're not one of those shows where
we'll filter them.
You can ask the question. We may not answer it, but you can ask it. We're not hiding from anything.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Master negotiator you are, mate. You want me to read out these questions, yeah?
No, you pick the one, like you go for gold.
It's good. Thank you for the engagement too, by the way.
No, it's good. I think we got a couple of hundred messages. Just going through.
Awesome.
But I've summarized.
God, this is gonna be one long ass podcast.
No, I've summarized most of them, and there's a couple of questions that are kind of the same.
Oh, yeah.
We'll start off easy. Question number 1 from sack_RC. That's the name, the Instagram username.
Let's go sack.
All right. Is Nate back on my FM full time thanks to Nixon's last minute call up?
Oh,
Nah.
you can answer that.
Oh no, I'm not back in any type of capacity. You know what? I'm real grateful that Nixon thought of me that morning where his team were out of action. And for me, if I never ever got another chance to go back on air after that day, I'll die a happy man. Because you just need that one taste of that adrenaline of going on air.
Yeah.
And that's enough. But if they came knocking, I wouldn't say no.
But yeah, you filled in on a number of different shows, and while I was on break, you were in there.
Oh, it's because I said I'd do it for free.
Oh,
There is a follow up question of do you actually get paid for doing this?
yeah. Do you know what's crazy? Like with you not even being like an employee, you're still getting me in trouble in this place. Like it's wild. Eh?
What have I done?
No, it was that morning. That morning that I called you up and said, "Hey, do you want to do a radio show?" When Tegan and Fame weren't there. And then the bosses were like, "What are you doing? Like, you didn't clear this." And I was like, I took your line. Did anyone die? No one died.
Oh, I had fun, man. That was lots of fun.
Good. It was good. All right, next question.
Question number 2. This one's for Nate as well, from Ray Nico Ale. Did Nate keep his plants alive because he hasn't posted them for a while?
Oh, your tomatoes.
They're all dead, man. No, but I've been working on something bigger, and I think in a couple of days I'll get to show everyone. So it's over on the North Shore. A friend of mine's got a plot of land, and I've been working this land maybe I'm not as saying I'm a Nixon Clark, but like I've been doing a few things, and then
If you're planting sunflower seeds to get people to come and take their Instagram photos, I'm going to honestly lose it.
is that not a good idea though?
Bro, I swear to God.
Those go off on Instagram.
This is the biggest scam I've ever seen in my life.
But in 2 days time, I'll be putting up some photos of the project I've been working on.
Love that.
Yeah.
There's a question here from Shinzali. This one's for you, Nix. What was the story about Nixon wearing 2 watches?
Oh, 2 watches. I don't do that anymore because I got an Aura ring now. But
Just too much money.
no. So I used to wear an Apple Watch on one hand. I still wear it when I do physical activity, and then I got my wedding watch, or my other watches that I wear on my other hand.
Yeah.
But I love a mechanical watch. But I got scammed. I don't want to say scammed. I just didn't read the fine print. So when I signed up to my insurance company, they did this health thing where it could bring down your health premiums if you did physical goals each day. But if you didn't hit your goal, you had to repay the money back for the Apple Watch.
Oh.
But every month they would pay it off for you if you hit your goals. So I was wearing 2 watches so I could hit my goal so I didn't have to pay for the Apple Watch.
Is this like life insurance?
Yeah, it was life insurance. And so that's why I would wear 2 watches. But now I've got a fitness tracking ring.
Man, got to look into that life insurance.
But I love a mechanical watch, man. Wearing my wedding watch today.
Can I ask what your favorite watch is?
My favorite watch
That you own.
Oh, that I own. It might be this one. It's my Tag Heuer Aqua Racer. It's my wedding watch. And so
Sorry, I should rephrase the question. What's your most expensive watch?
I got a few, but what would be? Oh, man, I sound like such a eat ass, man.
Nah, you know what? It's what's the word? Oh, damn it, my English is out the window. But for somebody watching, there's nothing wrong with owning nice things.
Yeah.
It's like setting a goal. I remember when we were talking to Flowrider one time.
Yeah.
He goes, I didn't buy the Ferrari because I wanted to flex. That's the Ferrari I had on my wall when I was a 7-year-old. And that was always a goal of mine. One way or another, I was going to get it. So,
Yeah. It's probably the Cartier Tank. That's probably the most expensive one. Yeah. That's a good watch. Because there's a bit of history to that. That was the first wristwatch. Arguably, probably the first wristwatch.
And just to follow up, do you let friends borrow?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. But I'm a massive watch fan.
Next question from Ghosties08. Who are some of your fave celebs that you've interviewed over the years and why? Top 3.
Top three.
Far out, top 3.
Damn, yes. I'm gonna go 3 J-Bug.
Oh, yeah, fire.
2, I'm gonna say Alicia Keys, and 1 Kendrick Lamar.
Good list. Mine, Boys to Men.
Oh,
Yeah, Boys to Men.
yeah.
Remember when we did Charlie Puth?
Yes.
Because that guy was so out the gate, like he was so relaxed.
That was like 2011.
He was telling us how he was he could steal back Selena Gomez from Justin Bieber whenever he wanted. And number 1, 50 Cent.
Bro.
Yeah, 50
Banger.
was awesome. Yeah, he was cool.
Oh, this one's from Kiriana.
Who's that?
Kiriana Allen. Has anything ever tested your friendship? If so, what was it?
How do I know that name?
Didn't she work at mine for...
Nah, that's Kiriana Jones, man.
Oh, shame, my bad.
Oh, this guy talking like, hey, it's Kiriana.
Bro, you know. Anyway, shout out to you, Kiriana Allen.
Hard out. Has anyone ever tested your relationship? If so, what was it?
Oh, yeah, no, when Nate went to jail, that tested the friendship. I was like, oh, this idiot, I told him.
I think it was like maybe leading up to that point. There's this photo that I took
Yeah,
and that I still look at from time to time.
yeah.
And it was 2020. And it was when the show came back from Christmas, New Year's break.
Yeah.
And you kept begging me because you saw how much partying I was doing. And you begged me like every second day, oh, make sure you show up.
That first show.
Just that first show.
That first
Just
show.
make sure you show up. And I
Yeah.
kept saying, don't worry about it. Fuck, it's all good, man. Stop nagging me. And I got sick of this guy because he kept nagging me and interrupting my good times. And then I remember the night before, it was the Sunday night. I was actually partying. And you rang me and I looked at my phone and I walked outside and I answered. I said, I don't think I gave you a chance to talk. I said, fuck, don't worry, I'll be there. I woke up at 11 o'clock the next day and I just got ready and I raced to the radio station and I felt like shit.
Bro, it was 11 o'clock.
And I was like, he's probably gone home, and I parked outside the radio station. And you know, there's that old barbecue place at the front and they had that bench seat.
Yeah, that's right.
I parked across the road. He didn't see me and his head was just in his hands like this. And I was like, oh. And then you said to me, you're like,
I think I went and bought a packet of cigarettes that day.
yeah. And you gave it to me and I sat there and I took it. And then I walked back across the road to go home, but I took a photo of you just sitting there. And then I rang you that night and I said, don't worry, Ulz, tomorrow. The next day,
Guess what happened?
I showed up at 11 again.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. It wasn't. Like, yeah, I was probably angry at you, but I was angry because I was getting told off.
Yeah.
Because they were like, bro, sort him out. And I'm like, I'm not his dad.
I couldn't believe I wasn't getting fired. Because then in my head, I was like, they're probably going to fire me now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then the next day, like, are you coming? Are you coming to work? I was like, oh, do you guys want me back?
And it's because I was like, nah, this is a phase, guys. Don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back. This is a phase. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a combination of that and then having to field all your commentators on the side when you went to jail. It's like, what happened? What? I was like, I don't know. But yeah, that was probably. I think that's the only time.
Yeah.
Nate and I've always been pretty honest with each other. Like it's never really got.
Oh, I've felt some harsh words, but I always knew it was from a place of like, just get your shit together.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
There was love behind it.
Yeah.
There was love behind it.
But it was tested. Yeah. I actually thought the friendship was over when I was in jail. And it wasn't until you sent me a letter.
Oh, that's right.
And then I was just like,
What?
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I think I wrote that. I was like,
that was the opening line. I knew this was going to happen. I was like, oh.
then with a big LOL.
And the funny thing is the guards have to read the letters. And because they all listen to the radio, they're like, hey, you also sent this. And I was like, oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
The good old times.
good times.
Good old times, all right. There's another question from CTLA42.
What's up with these usernames, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Honest to God.
This one's mainly for you, Nate. Advice on art of negotiation, please and thank you.
Oh, God.
I don't know jack shit about a negotiation, but if you are in a negotiation, it should be uncomfortable.
100.
If it's uncomfortable, it means you're saying what you need to say, And if they're uncomfortable, it means that they're not taking you for a ride. So no one should walk away from a negotiation happy.
No.
Yeah.
And it's okay to walk away.
Yeah.
Let your message just sit.
The worst thing you can do is say yes to something you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, say what you need to say. Otherwise, you'll be kicking yourself for the rest of your life if you either get shortchanged or you undersell yourself and you end up doing more work. Yeah.
Well said.
Nice, Nate. Lex_pay2. Again, the username asks, when will Jandals be a guest on the show? There's a couple of questions like this that came through.
Bro, we've tried.
Yeah, we've tried. He lives in the middle of nowhere.
We all talk to each other constantly. Like, actually, sometimes I forget to reply when
So
the Warriors.
do I.
When the Warriors won, I was like, no, I'm not replying to that. I know what this is. Because when the Warriors won, he'll send a text like, hey, how's the family? Like, I know what this is, man. But like,
We got nothing but love for that guy.
But also, Janel said, because he's got quite a serious job and it's quite high up in a government department. And obviously, when we bring him in, it's going to be a mocking competition and like talking about the old days. It's like, just wait wait till I'm in a position where I can come on. But yeah, we definitely want him on.
Yeah, and he's like iconically the voice of the Blues now. You know, he's done so well, and he's the same guy.
Yeah,
same guy, same laughs.
Some of the stories that he can share, good times.
This one is for you, Nixon, from Aaliyah J_Gareths. Why don't you come into my cafe after your golf games? It's just across the road. Where
is that cafe?
Doesn't say.
Oh.
Doesn't say.
I'm sorry.
I go to many.
Sometimes I'm mega depressed after a golf game. So yeah, I don't really consume a lot of food other than just going home and having a cry. But yeah, well, if you let me know where your cafe is, I'll make an effort. But I am famously known to be a snob.
Yeah.
You know,
that's all good. As long as you
own it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Question for you, Nate, from Michaela 2005, and there's a few questions like this. Is Nate single? Asking for.
Jesus told him to be fruitful.
Nah, you know what? I am single, but there's only one woman I want. But unfortunately, she doesn't want me, so I'll be single for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Romantic guy. Cut that bit, put on the reel. Hopefully I'll get a message back. Nah, like, you know what? I'm just enjoying being a dad.
Your baby mama is an incredible person. Yeah. Been very patient with you. She has.
She don't care. Nah, like, she's awesome, man.
Yeah.
My daughter's in a good place. Baby mama's in a good place. Everyone's just doing their own thing, but yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Tor Polo reckons, when is Ilso Nixon going to make an appearance on Bets and That?
Oh, bro, I'm not good at any sort of betting, eh?
But neither are we.
Yeah, no, but sometimes, man. But I'm so proud of that podcast for you guys, eh? It's done so well, man.
I'm so happy because like none of them come from a broadcasting background.
I know, and Charlie's learned how to open his mouth and string a sentence together.
100%. I know there are some sports commentators who have hit me up saying Charlie's really good. Like, so he does the analysis for the rugby games.
Yeah,
and his confidence grows every week.
What I will say though is that when you start like acknowledging your gratefulness towards your missus all the time, it screams that something's wrong. You know, like, bro, we get it. You love your missus. We get it.
That's why I took it away one week. I was like, oh, do something else. Like, celebrate your one win. And all the guys were like, no.
What's the deal? Sorry, slight tangent. But I really want to see that dude play 100 Super Rugby games.
Yeah.
And so he's only one short. And I'd love to see someone take a chance and put him in the front row. Because all you need is just to take the field for like a minute.
Just a minute. And that's it. But,
people don't want to waste their bench on him.
Yeah, because you might need that. But the thing is, he can play.
He can.
He wants to get his fitness up to speed. But when it comes to experience and the knowledge he has when it comes to being a prop, bro, he's got it all, man.
Yeah, hard hell. Yeah.
There's a question here. It's more of a statement, but I want to see what you say about this, Nix. From I am Big Boss on Instagram asks says Nixon is more unhinged on the radio than he is on the potty. Why is that?
I think you get to see the both sides of me. I think the side you see on this podcast is how I am at home. This is exactly how I am at home. I think I GST a lot of stuff on the radio just because like I want to cause that reaction. I want to cause that I want to make you feel something. I think we've talked about this before. Like I'm very, very content in the belief that not everybody likes me. All right.
Yeah.
So I play to that.
Yeah.
I play to that. Where on the podcast I can relax a little bit, and obviously Nate's seen me grow up as well. We've grown up together, so the version that you hear on the podcast and the version that Nate sees every day is very similar to what Sarah sees every day and what my mum and dad see every day. So I want to give you the best of both worlds.
I also think in radio there's a certain pace you got to move at.
Yeah.
And when I was doing the show with some of the younger guys, they still haven't found that pace yet, but it's something that there's a rhythm that you go at with the people that you work with.
Yeah, 100%.
And they'll learn that as they get a little bit older and a little bit more seasoned. But I think because it's an impact game being on the radio, everything has to hit.
Yeah. Because you've got very limited time.
Yeah. Whereas over here, you can take a beat and think for a second.
Well, no, and I think some people feel uncomfortable on radio if they slow down.
Yeah.
Where I'm very comfortable on the podcast to slow everything down and have a meaningful conversation with people like yourself and the people that are listening.
Because what I couldn't get over is guys that they can't talk without music underneath.
Yeah. I hate talking with music underneath.
So if you hear people on a radio show or on a podcast and they have music underneath, it's because they don't like the sound of, like, not that we like the sound of our own voice, but you can tell a story better when there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
You can slow the pace down. You can make it more intense. You can add a bit of light and shade. But like, if you're doing a podcast, honestly, my best advice I'd ever give to you is get rid of the music underneath.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you got to be able to sit in a moment. But yeah, I think the easiest way to answer that question is if you listen to me on the radio and you listen to the podcast, you're seeing the two sides of me. And this is probably the more stripped back version of what my family and closest people see on the potty.
Oh yeah. So welcome.
Yeah, welcome in. And I don't open that door to a lot of people. I don't. No.
Let's go for a wholesome one, eh? Uncut Unfinished says, one thing you're both excited for this year.
For me, probably going back to Samoa.
Oh.
There's no guarantee it's going to happen, but I'm praying that it does, and I'm hoping that it does, and that if everything checks out, I'll be able to jump on a plane and go home and see my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I most excited about this year? I'm going to say something, but we just move along. Okay?
Yeah.
Promise? We just move along.
I promise.
Okay?
Yeah. No one say anything.
But we're going to welcome my son into the world in October. So I'm very excited about that.
Love yous.
This one is from D. Hoff the Third. Will we ever get Lily or producer Ryan on the potty?
Yeah.
Lily said she's coming back this year.
Yeah.
Producer Ryan.
I feel like every time we ask her to come on, and she like, the reaction I get from her,
Yeah.
it's like she's doing community service.
She's like, okay then. I'm doing big people thing. I don't want to come on your Sting podcast. Producer Ryan, I want him to come on, but he hardly makes the trip to Auckland.
Yeah, I'm going to fly down to Christchurch to play golf with him in a couple of weeks. So
Hey.
I'll let you know. We'll book in some time.
Can you ask him if we could fly him up, like at our cost?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Lou's like. Sorry, my bad.
How do you mean at our cost?
We can connect the studios. He can go into work in Christchurch, and then we can connect the studios.
Oh, so
together.
it looks like he's there?
Yeah, so it looks
okay,
like. So
me.
we'll smoke and mirrors.
Whoa, not the, what the fuck you saying?
Yeah. But no, they're two iconic people. Their legacy continues to live on at my FM, which is awesome. Yeah.
This one is from This one's from _Stonesy. This is a stupid one. If you could change your ethnicity, what would it be and your name?
Oh, God. I'm going to state the obvious.
What?
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to change my name to Andrew, and I'm going to pick white.
Bro, you're already there.
So many doors open.
Hey.
I know it's not right, but so many doors open.
Oh, man.
Andrew, sorry, that was the quickest white person name I could think of.
Damn.
And I suit Sean.
Hey.
Sean.
What would my name be? My name would be Jalen. And I would be black.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I would be a movie star.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real stoner question, man.
Yeah. Louis knows what I'm talking about.
Is this another dude that's an astronaut, a pizza guy, and
All right, I've got to pick 2 more questions and then we'll wrap up, eh?
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. A lot of the questions here are, and I know we've addressed this before, people would like to see us interview the blokes from the morning shift. And is there any beef there?
I don't think there's any beef.
There's no beef from my end. Is there beef from you? Like,
No, not at
I
all.
actually bumped into Matua Mark and his beautiful daughter at St. Luke's.
Yeah.
I was going down the escalator and I didn't, like, he looked, I was like, oh, hey. He was going up. And so there was really no chance to talk, but
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I met him in person. Brooke, I love Brooke, but we just haven't.
See, you have met Mark before because...
Have I?
But that was during your party era.
What, have I met him before?
Yeah, 100%.
Where?
I think the first time we met Mark properly was Matua Mark was at Radio Awards. Remember after we won Station of the Year, we were outside and he was talking to you about how he's a Brown supporter.
Oh, didn't? Oh, no, I was gone.
Yeah, I know. That's terrible.
Oh, I was gone. I think I ended up in the cells that night.
And then you're acting like, oh man, it was so random meeting him for the first time. Bro, the dude's already met you before.
Second time I met Matua Mark would have been at St. Luke's. Brooke, I haven't talked to Brooke. I haven't talked to him. I think there was one time, I think it was just when I got out of jail the first time. I saw Brooke at, it was during those COVID times, and I think we're at the costume place in St. Luke's. Funny, St. Luke's, what's it called where you go and get the party supplies and that?
Look sharp.
Look sharp.
Yeah.
So I was in there because my daughter really wanted to do Halloween, but it was at COVID time. We had one person in, whatnot.
Yeah.
And he was in there.
Yeah.
And I think it was his partner at the time. And I said hello, and I was just happy to see him. And then they were getting supplies in there. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I think that was the last time. But I wasn't sure because not too far. I think it was later or earlier. I saw everyone that used to work with him at my firm at his birthday party. And I was like, no. I was like, we getting a surprise to your party? No.
Oh.
Yeah. Jordan, I saw Jordan. Jordan, I didn't. Obviously, we did the podcast when I had the Run It Straight podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys came and we did that episode. But before that, I think we had breakfast together. He wanted to take me out to breakfast and we were talking about him taking over the spot on the show.
Yeah.
And I think that was maybe the last time after that. And then I think, honestly, that was the last time I spoke to anyone. But when I got out of jail, I was like, oh, we don't follow each other anymore.
Man.
I was like,
I know, because I've been on their podcast before. And obviously, they asked me about you, all that sort of stuff. And we've all got history. But I've got, some of them got dealt some shit hands, in their defense. And so,
are you guys good though?
Yeah, I've got nothing but love for those boys.
Yeah.
And nothing but love. I'm so proud of everything that they've achieved. And I love seeing people who, again, some would say, got dealt a shit hand, but have turned a negative into a positive. And then look at the growth of what they've been able to achieve. And I'll always give them props for that they did that off their own back, that they wanted to do something. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't talk to them as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But again, there's nothing but love there. And I'll always support from the wings.
Do you reckon because me and Brooke follow each other.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll answer my call?
I don't know.
I got no beef with anyone, but fuck man, if you don't take my call, then we got a beef.
God.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh. No answer. Let's just go to that.
I'll try it again.
Oh, he must be recording or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, there's beef.
We tried. We'll try.
But I mean, if I bumped into them, I'll dip them up and say what's up. But yeah.
I'm just writing, I hope you well, Lewis. I was just trying to call to say what's up.
Oh, cute. I love that. Oh man, and it was fun doing a Q&A. It's actually really interesting to see where people's heads are at when it comes to listening to the show.
Yeah.
There's this awesome dude on TikTok who shows us nothing but love. King PK. He moved to Aussie.
I don't really go on TikTok because it's brutal there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, he's the loveliest dude.
Yeah.
You might before you had your hiatus from TikTok.
Yeah.
He moved to Aussie and he had this full on like wholesome moment where he like broke down because he was able to afford to fill his family pantry up
no
with
way.
foods.
Yeah.
Because of like the food's a little bit cheaper in Australia.
Yeah.
And obviously he moved there for a better lifestyle for his family. Dude's a hardworking man, but man, he shows us nothing but love.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to give him a shout out today because
Shout out
it's
King
like our
PK.
biggest supporter, man. I think it's King PK.
You know, I don't. You know what? I hate the narrative that everyone beefs.
Yeah, bro, we're too old to beef.
Like honestly, like I've seen real beef, and there are guys in jail for it. I went to a couple of funerals for it. Like this is not that, man. Like, and if someone does harbor feelings towards you or towards me, like, man, whatever it is, I hope you forgive me. And if you think it's the other way around, I forgive you. Like this is not that, man. Fuck, we're too old.
Ditto, man. Like I express the same thoughts and feelings. You know the amount of people that you meet randomly, and man, I love the like patriotism of like your favorite radio station.
Yeah.
But the amount of people who will come and go, oh, have you got beef with New FM? Oh, have you got beef with Flavor?
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Just with Gabby sometimes and the things she says. Like, man, her DMs are rough.
What are you guys DMing about?
I know, like, we'll just send mocks about her. I wanted to send one mock one time when she was like promoting her muscle chow. Because I really want to say, I bet you that you just got them all sitting in your freezer doing nothing, eh? But then I was like, I didn't want it to out me, and then everybody will go, bro, you need muscle chow. So I was like, nah, better not.
Pick your battles.
Yeah.
Pick your battles. But yeah, there's no beef.
Yeah.
Everybody's out there, obviously, on their grind, trying to provide for themselves and their families. And everyone's just having a good time, man.
I think people expect everyone to like hang out with each other every day. Let me tell you something. They could be the best person in the world, but if you see them too much, they'll irritate you. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, that's why when you go home, you just have your people, like your immediate, your kids, your partner. That's it. Like other people, it has to be sporadic.
That's why I don't let people into my house. That's the exact reason
No,
why I don't do that.
No.
I don't want anyone at my house.
I've seen people at your house.
Who?
Balangi people.
Oh, yeah, but that's my wife. She's sorting that out. But no, and then normally I go stay at my parents' house.
Yeah.
But no, that's the reason. Like, you and I are tight ass.
Yeah.
Right?
And I've never been there.
And you've never been there. But also, we never hung out 24/7.
No.
You know, like...
But all I need to know is if I'm in trouble, can I call you?
Yeah, and
you'll
I'll pick
answer
up.
that.
And I'll pick
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and vice versa. But I needed to let Nate, miss me a little bit.
Yeah.
So then...
But
it's meaningful when we turn up and back and do a show together.
it's just funny. My other friends are like, "Hey, let Nixon know as well. If he needs help, call us."
Oh, yeah, so many. I've got to. I think a couple of weeks ago, we put this up on social media, but I've caused a real ruckus in Whangarei at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people wanting to get me hiding up there, and obviously I said that the last time. I thought it would have died down by now. It was a little bit like the white fridge situation, right?
Yeah.
That means you're poor, but that kind of people just got to laugh, moved along, it became a gag. I think I've had a soft spot, like a sore spot with, the Northland community.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've got to go and mend. I've got to go and mend some relationships up there.
Oh, so.
But I don't want to go by myself.
Well, yeah. Nixon, you know you're not going alone.
Yeah, so, it's all peace, it's all love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, fun today.
How long has that been so far?
Almost 40 minutes.
Oh no, we can keep going for a little bit. I'll just give them,
Yeah.
Some of the questions here, they're starting to get silly. Like, you guys hiring? I need a job.
Ah man.
What
Nixon,
are you willing to be paid in? It doesn't matter if they're silly. Like, we'll see what we can do.
Do you know what's big currency here at the moment in this building?
What's that?
If you work in this building, bro, people will take a car park over a pay rise.
Bro,
Wow.
I got a ticket here for helping out. $85.
What was this?
Yeah.
Where'd you park?
I parked at your car park. But apparently you have to be registered.
Oh yeah, yeah. You need a sticker, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, the people want a car park, man.
The boy on Instagram reckons or asks, if we had to pay a subscription for 2 episodes a week, would you do it again? Loving it.
No, too much pressure. And you guys, honestly, as soon as we made you pay for it, the amount of people that thought that they owned it.
I don't like the lighting.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
So shut up.
Yeah. Because I don't want anybody to say, well, I'm paying for it. I was like, well, nah, fuck. I'd rather just do it for free, man.
Yeah, and man, especially the Islanders, bro. Honest to God, it's yeah.
You know, the thing is, you can't make a statement anymore unless you can back it up, or like if we come at you, you can't get angry. Like when someone says, what did they say the other day? I was like, that's a real shit TV. And I was like, show me yours. And then I just went quiet.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair.
CTLA42 again. Will you guys consider running an in-person live session, like a book venue or something that fans can come and yarn?
Oh.
Fuck, honestly, we're busy. Like, you know.
I'm trying to write a book at the moment.
Hey?
I'm trying so hard. There's a lot of names I've had to change in it.
Oh, you're not using real names?
No, I had to change some names. It's too many people have,
Man, I've been
marshmallow emotions.
I've been hit up to do a book by a couple of publishers.
Well, see, here's the problem, because half of my book consumes you. So.
Give me some, bro.
But man, those book signing days where people read their books out loud and, some gather.
Yeah.
They actually look like a fun event.
Damn.
We just did a live one there one day. I mean, obviously when our schedule opens up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But we are busy.
And also I live ages away.
Ken_MCK says, tell us more stories about Cedric Soifua.
He's one of my best mates of all time, eh?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny when you watch your friends from, the sidelines. Obviously I got to witness your life, and how, it gets turned upside down. I have so many different friends on different journeys. Cedric's on a bodybuilding journey at the moment.
He looks good.
Yeah. But like we go out to eat as a group. This dude's bringing a Tupperware container.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
I've always wanted to ask him, because you know how he was bigger in his younger days.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a machine now.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him what his experiences are with sex now compared to then and now.
I don't know.
Have you talked to him about it?
Nah.
No? Because I always see him partying now.
Yeah, I know.
And I always see like beautiful women hanging around him now. And I'm like, what's changed?
And
like, obviously the physical, but like what else is happening?
He was shy for a long time because he suffered from luffers. So
that's ringworm if you don't understand Samoan. Those patches on your skin and you're like.
So I think, that kind of put a halt on his activity for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Now he's slimmed down. His thighs might not touch, so I'm not too sure. But we've been friends since kindergarten.
Yeah.
So we went to kindergarten together, him and his brother. His real name, Cedric Soifua's real name. Funny story. You know how someone's crazy with their names?
Yeah.
It's Cedric Han Solo Soifua.
Oh no.
His middle name is Han Solo. Anyway, because mum and dad love Star Wars. Anyway, so we grew up together. I went away and then came back and then we reconnected again. So we've got our type 5. And then we got another mate, Fernando, who's trying to be a TikTok influencer now.
Oh yes, I've seen him in his food reviews.
Yeah, he does food reviews. Albert, he's a school teacher at Tamaki College. And then and Vinny's in Samoa now working for Digicel. So, and Tapaki's in Christchurch with like 12 kids. So, we're all living a different life now. Yeah.
Everyone's got different dreams and aspirations.
Yeah. But we're trying to get Cedric back on the dating wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
How old is Cedric?
He'll be 40 now.
It's a tough age to like get yourself back on the market. Like,
well, and he's got 4 kids.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you want to give your kids enough time and you value your own space.
Yeah.
Like, man, because I've seen, like, I'm in my 40s, right? Then you see people chasing after each other. You catch up with the younger boys who are in their like either late 20s or early 30s, and they're telling you about their dating lives. They're like, all that sounds like is hassle.
Yeah, admin.
That's all it sounds like.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, man, fuck. Phone, laptop, good.
Yeah. Yeah. We should get Cedric on.
Yeah.
He's got some wild stories to tell, bro. And he knows Nate really well.
I actually got Cedric involved in something. I don't know if you remember.
But your utes?
Something else.
Okay. We need to get Ceddy on at some point. I talk about him a lot on the My Morning Crew, but he's an incredible human being that's lived a life, man. Lived a life.
Want to go one more?
Yeah, one more.
Give us a good one. Give us a juicy one.
The juiciest one you got. Look.
Okay, give me a second because I scrolled past a couple of. In the meantime, answer this one, Nate.
Yeah.
Nolo_Silver says, with no money involved, what would it take for Nate to shave his beard completely off?
Fuck, is this kind of some?
Bro, I don't think I've ever seen you without a beard.
Do you know the one time I shaved it off?
Yeah.
It was when I was in jail, right?
Yeah.
And
people are like, who's that?
and one of the boys that I trust and love, he goes to me. Also, I was like, yeah. He goes, don't ever do that again. And I was like, what happened? And he goes, it just looks like her eyes with lips.
Bro, you're giving me a complex now because I clean shaved.
No, you know what? You know when I saw you, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
And we were doing the video, I was like, man, also been never shave again.
Yeah.
Nah, I love your 5 o'clock shadow. Because
Yeah.
you look young, man.
I had to, man, because look how grey my hair is, bro. Yeah. I just like it. Sometimes I like to shave just to remind myself that I do have a jawline.
Yeah.
Someone asked if you'd let Nate mow your lawns next.
No. No. I don't even let Sarah mow the lawn.
Bro, who's going to get their Mr. Mow the lawn?
Yeah, fair. No, but there was one, when I snapped my Achilles.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah was going to go out and mow the lawn. I said, nah. She organised to get Jim's lawn mowing to come and do it. And I was like, no. I went out there. The guy turned up. I was like, get off.
I had this experience with Jim's lawn mowing.
Bro, Jim's out doing a lot, eh?
Yeah.
Jim's got a physiotherapist too.
But please, if you're a franchise owner of Jim's lawn mowing, make sure that you're fit enough to do it. Because I was living at this house, right? And it had... So when you park on the side of the road, you got to go up these steps and you got to go around the back and it's like on a slope and you can't pull the lawnmower. So you got to lift it.
Yeah.
And the guy that hopped out looked like he was 68. And he kept looking at me and I kept looking at him and I was like, I'm not going to say it. And he kept looking at me and I was like, oh, I buckled because, respect the out. I was like, do you need me to lift it? He goes, that'll be great. And I was like, and he still charged me full price to AK.
Hey, remember to pull the spark plug up, man, if you're going to be lifting a lawnmower. But no, I don't let anybody mow my lawn, eh? No one. I've got a special way to mow it.
Right.
So,
any jobs going at the golf course?
nah.
No?
I've already tried.
You say that sometimes, but I know that you're just like, I don't need Nate to ruin my life over there.
This one's a nice one here. Trace74 says, you guys are undeniably the goats of New Zealand Pacifica Radio. Who do you think is up next?
No one.
Nah,
jokes.
I think everyone. I think time just brings the next crop through.
Yeah.
I don't like, and don't. I'm not being disrespectful to us. I think actually no. What Nixon's achieved in his career is, I don't think it'll ever be matched again. The way you came up, it was unheard of. Like from you to go from high school to 531 PI and UFM, to go from there to Flavor, then to be like the assistant boss of the whole fucking Edge, then go from there to be the boss of, Flavor, assistant boss of the Edge, to the boss of My FM, to be the boss of My FM, and then to give it up so you can focus on your breakfast show, take the breakfast show #1 at My FM, and then be the boss again and still be the breakfast show host, and then go to the Edge and be a host, and then come back. Like, it'll never be done again.
And trust me, you don't want it, man. Look how much grey hair I've got, bro. It was stressful.
But as far as the next crop coming up, I like everyone, man. I really like the Morning Shack. I like Gabs. I really like, damn, I forgot her name that was covering with Gabs while...
she was away.
Well, she was away. Give me the name.
Monica.
Those two are awesome. I like Sia. I like Henry. I like, is it Shell?
From where?
From you?
Chelsea.
Oh, I call it Shell.
Shut up. Not the nickname basis.
I like the guys at Flavor. I like Heads. I like the team here. I like Randy.
When it comes from like to the Pacific,
yeah,
like everyone's got to keep an eye on UFM because that is the breeding ground. That is the breeding ground. That is where like actual stars are made there.
This is, I think me and you had a chat about this. There's something about New FM where there's no guardrails, right? You get to explore your talent in every which way.
100%.
And the reason is because you don't get prizes. Like if you work at a Maya or Flavor, you get to give away a trip somewhere, you get to give away money. At New FM, you got to figure out how to entertain someone without that.
Yeah.
So yeah, all those guys that come through there, they're all going to be stars, man.
Yeah. No, because they're natural born orators.
Yeah.
You know, they're able to tell a great story.
Yeah.
Great story.
Last question.
Yeah.
From David Tangi. Nixon, what is your salary?
Oh, man, I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that.
He doesn't need to answer that. Honestly, you just need to know what he's driving.
Nah.
How many homes he's got. Like, you tell me what islander pays capital gains.
God, I was telling Nate, man, the IRD had me bloody paying the most amount of money yesterday.
We're both getting attacked by the IRD at the moment. But his one's for, like, selling his houses, and mine's like, you use cash at this time. I was like, bro, I went to jail for it. Let it go, man.
Let it go, man. Let bygones be bygones. I'm comfortable. You know, my wife and I are comfortable. That's what I'll say. But if you want to be rich, radio is not. It's not. It's not the career.
Someone says, if you want to be rich, own houses. If you want to be wealthy, own businesses.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good.
Unfortunately, I can't own a business for 5 years.
So on that note, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the questions. We should do one of these like once a month.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, but we appreciate the engagement and the feedback and the questions, and you've been part of the show today. It's been fun.
Oh, that's us, man.
All right. See you later.
Peace.